I'm almost quite astonished to see gun crime happening in Canada, this sort of relatively peaceful, civilized society of Canada. It's quite shocking. And of course, it's the criminals, once again, who are ruining it for everybody. To take it up to another level, this is where it starts getting worrying, is when they start attacking the police. They are starting to attack the state infrastructure. That is a different game that we're playing now. This is very different. Now, again, it highlights the lack of intelligence, because you can't win. You cannot beat the Canadian state unless you have an army of several hundred thousand people behind you. You are not going to win that battle. So to turn your guns on the police, the RCMP or whatever, you're going to lose that one. It's stupidity, but it does highlight what we're up against here. And it's very concerning because, it does imply a breakdown of law and order. It implies that these people are just not afraid of anything. And that's the fear, because now it starts to put the fear into normal society. Now, no doubt the Canadian state is going to mobilize a proportionate response in this, and they will clamp down there. And they will, again, as I say, they will win this battle. There's no question. But it's the collateral damage in the meantime. And that's the fear. Now, the collateral damage of this is huge. This export of Indian organised crime is terrible. It's really damaging Western society, in particular, as we see in Canada. It's a terrible thing to happen in a very civilised country that is Canada. And yet India is almost proud of its export. You just need to go across social media to get a flavour of the Hindutva feeling of this. They're delighted about this spread of organised crime, of their criminals, their third world criminals into first world Canada. And it's nothing to be proud of. And of course, that's one thing. But the other impact is it ruins life for everybody else. Not just for society as a general. It's the impact, of course, on the immigrants, on the immigrant population, the legal immigrants who are living peaceful, decent lives, and of course the Sikh population, and even, of course, the general Hindu population. I mean, we don't even need to be specific about the Sikh population here. But certainly it's the Sikh population that definitely are suffering, because, of course, the Indian media are now obviously seeing these stories, probably slightly a bit embarrassed about it, because it's tarnishing India's reputation on the global stage. So what are they doing? They're spinning this story, and I'll show you, I'll provide proof of this in a moment. They're spinning this story to blame, it's those Sikhs. It's those Sikhs are running out of control. It's all Sikh crime. It's these wretched Khalistanis. We told you they were terrorists. Now look at them. They're shooting up Canada. Of course, it's rubbish, but this is what they're doing. So, of course, it is the local population that is suffering, the local Sikh population. And in turn, and again, this brings it full circle back to this argument we talked about regularly now, is that, of course, the rise of the right-wing extremists are using this as this is fodder. This is ammunition to the right wing to turn on our resident populations, our perfectly law-abiding, decent, contributing populations of Sikhs and, of course, other minorities, and saying, "Oh, look, you're all a bunch of criminals." Well, no, they're not. But this is what the Godi media are helping perpetuate